Welcome back to Lord TV, L3RD TV. We are here to discuss a defeat. Real Madrid versus Arsenal, second leg, 2-1 loss on the night, 5-1 in totality on aggregate. Like I had mentioned, chances were extremely slim with our current construction, our current tactics, our current build up, everything. Like it was gonna be too tough of a task for us to try to pull this one off. But nevertheless, let's break it down, go over it, give you my reactions, reviews. Starting with the lineup. Alaba on the field again. Alaba on the field again. For what? For what? Lucas Vazquez on the field again. For what? For what? For what? For what? For what? Katuango, Asensio, Rudiger, Fede, Jude, Tchouaméni, front three up top. You know, Mbappe, Vinny, Rodrigo. Knowing that we need 3 goals, we're going to put in their most threatening positions, we're going to put 2 liabilities. One who had already proven to be a liability all season in Lucas Vazquez, and the other who's been proven to be a liability in like the 4 or 5 games that he's played. In the most recent game in which he played against the same team, he was getting cooked by Saka because he physically cannot keep up. So then you roll him out there again, and David Alaba, you put him. You saw what happened last week, and then you put him in again against their most dangerous player. He just got cooked, seasoned, sauce. Put the sauce on it. And then you say, you know what? I know this is cooked, but let me burn it. Let me just burn it to the fucking ground. Let me burn it to the fucking ground. To the ground. To the ground. Let me just burn it to the ground. Because I don't like this. This is perfectly cooked. I think I want it burned. I think I want it burnt. BUURNNT, burnt. What the what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? We need 3 goals to tie the game. So we're going to put ourselves in a defensive liability. That doesn't make any sense at all. And then what are we doing in attack? I said speed. I said we needed speed. Speed it up. Don't let them get set. Boom, 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 boom. Move it left to right, up, middle. Triangles connect. We're just going left to right, left to right. Nice and slow. We need three goals, guys. Look. We need 3 goals, guys. I don't know if you know, but we need 3 goals to tie the game. And then they get that penalty, right? What was that, like the 20-some, 30, so something in there. 20 to 30th minute. They get their little penalty, right? Right. We get a lifeline. Courtois saves it. Saka's scary boy. But we've been knew that from, what was that, the World Cup a couple years ago? Euros or World Cup. Whenever he stepped up and missed a penalty. Whenever that was. You could just tell. Though how long he took, you could just tell. Okay, he's missing this. So then we got a lifeline. It's like, ooh, these boys are spooked. Ooh. We don't do anything, then we get a penalty shot. I haven't even gone back and like wasted my time to see if there was what they called it the offsides, which after all of the replays that they played in the moment, I didn't see any offsides. They're saying someone on Real Madrid touched the ball. But I didn't see it. And then it made me even more skeptical because they just like didn't show the line. Like normally they do a little line. Didn't even do that. There was like no mention of it. It just was like washed over. No, like. But then I also didn't watch the halftime show. I got 2 kids, so during the halftime, I was with the kids, so I didn't watch the halftime show where they might have did the line there and looked at it there. I don't know, but I didn't waste my time to even like look it up because I was like, that's out the window. Because that obviously that changes the whole game. Boom, we get that first goal, and potentially first goal. I'm assuming Mbappe was going to take it. He scores it. We get that first goal in the first half. Ooh, set something up. That was our biggest chance. A overturned penalty call was our best chance of the half. There was nothing. Nothing that gave. I already didn't have hope. I already knew what time it was because I've been watching all season. We don't know how to attack. Mbappe and Vinny don't know how to attack. They don't understand each other. We're this far in the season, and Vinny and Mbappe don't understand each other still. Early in the first half, we had like a semi-Vinny Mbappe breakaway. Nothing comes out of it. Then early in the second half, it was like the 52nd, 53rd minute, somewhere in that ballpark. Mbappe takes it, dribbles, it gets taken from him, falls right to Vinny. Through ball. All he had to do. Through ball. To Mbappe. Vinny just through ball. He takes 4 touches and then loses the ball. Right when he got it back and took that first touch, through ball. Boom. Mbappe's gone. Fastest player in the world. Gone. That's early in the second half. Boom. Changes the complexion of the game. Because now they're spooked. But no. Bada boom, bada boom. Play goes on. Then they get a goal, which was offsides. Mind you. Offsides. They counted it. Offsides. It was offsides. Whatever. 2 minutes later, boom, we get the goal. So it cancels the red out. So it don't really matter. We make some subs. Actually, the subs come before. Yeah, the subs is come before. Then we score. But it don't matter. Subs didn't matter. Even though Hendrick coming on was pretty solid. He made some, he's just hectic. So he kind of throws. You notice him on the field. Rodrigo, you didn't really notice him on the field. He had a couple moments. It's just our attack. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just like, here's the ball. You're Rodrigo. You're Mbappe. You're Vinny. Magic, please do something. But there's no rhyme, reason, structure, tactic, connection. It's just magic. Figure it out. You guys are the best attackers in the world. It's pretty hard to do when everybody's disconnected and you're just asking one person to beat 3 people and score a goal, do a cutback, whatever the case may be. It's very difficult. We lose the game 2-1. And I'm less mad because we had already lost the first leg 3-0. I'm more mad that there was all this magical night in the Bernabeu coming up. 90 minutes is the longest 90 minutes in history of football in the Santiago Bernabeu. Yeah, that's worked in the past. Last season, 2022, previous seasons. But we had a little bit more structure. We had Toni Kroos, who's a system in itself. We had a prime Luka. We had a Benzema. We don't have that mind of a Toni Kroos in midfield who is a system. We don't have that. The players aren't experienced enough. They haven't seen everything enough. They don't have that brain. Luka Modric might have had a brain and the know-how and the experience, but he's 40, 39 is 40, whatever the case may be. He can't keep up. So that's what I'm more mad about. It's this whole making it seem like, which is fine, I guess. You want to make it make your fans believe. But if you're gonna do all that and then put out that performance where it's just long shots and corners and that's what you got to offer, that's the longest 90 minutes in the Bernabeu. That's what you got. That's what you want me to believe in as a fan. that product. That, nah. So, we're still in La Liga, technically. La Liga's cooked. Like, I don't think Barcelona's dropping any more points, and we're probably going to drop points somewhere. The only place that they can drop points is against us. But if this is how we play against every good team, cooked. So Barcelona's probably going to win La Liga. And then we got to play them in the Copa del Rey final. Probably going to lose. Might win because it's the final. And we are really going to be motivated. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen from, I don't know. So this might be a trophyless season. Like I've already stated in previous videos, even if we win Copa del Rey and that's it, that's a trophyless season to me. I only count the Copa del Rey if we win it with something else, such as a La Liga or a Champions League. Then we did a double. If we just win the Copa del Rey, trophyless season in my eyes. Ancelotti's out for sure. For sure, he's cooked. He's cooked after the season because the talent is there. We have too many good players to just be like freedom. No, it's a young team. They don't have the experience that you could just be like, oh, boom, do whatever you want. No, you need to put them in some form of structure. It doesn't need to be the most structured, but it needs to be some form of parameters of like, hey, this is what I want you guys to do, or this is the bare minimum. Within this box, you can draw circles, squares, triangles, cones, and do whatever you want, but stay within this box, offensively and defensively. We need a structure on both ends, but just to be like freedom, not gonna fucking work, clearly. So rest of the season, it's pretty much just get through it. Really nothing to look forward to, because I think we're probably going to lose both games to Barcelona, the one in La Liga and the one in the Copa del Rey final. I have more faith in the Copa del Rey final because in finals we turn up, but we also got cooked in the final in Saudi Arabia for Super Cup or whatever the Spanish Super Cup. We also got cooked there, so this season is probably just gonna be a wash. New coach, bring Xabi. We need Xabi Alonso. We need him. We need you. We need you, Xabi Alonso. We need you. Pack your stuff from Germany, Bayer Leverkusen. Say adios to your players and your amigos over there. Yeah, we'll take your talents here and utilize you here, because we got the squad for you. You know, and we should be playing a high pressure team, a high pressure offense and defense. Like them boys, because they pressed today. The press wasn't bad today. It wasn't bad because the front three were pressing. Mainly Vinny and Mbappe, because Rodrigo typically always plays defense. But we had all three pressing, and they coughed up the ball here and there, and whatever the case may be, pause. So we'll see. Season's a wash. Obviously, I'm still here. Omnipresent. Still gonna be doing my match reactions for these games, match previews for the big games against Barcelona and in Copa del Rey final and in La Liga. Probably won't be doing the match previews for anyone else because it's kind of cooked, but I'll do it for the two big matches but I'll do my match reactions, match reviews for every game, of course. But NBA playoffs, like I said, that video is coming soon. Yesterday I was on the Ignorant Takes podcast, and we kind of dove into some play-in, like heavily into the play-in talk, and then kind of the first round. So that'll be coming out soon. So when that comes out, I'll put a clip or so on the channel, so you guys can go take a peek at that. Watch that podcast. It was a very good podcast. Some really good conversation. But once these final 2 games for the play-in are played out and we have our set playoff picture, I'll go through and do a playoff kind of preview for the first round. Who I think is going to win each round for East and West, and all the different games, and kind of what I'm seeing there. And then also with one of the co-hosts from the Ignorant Takes podcast, Marquise, my brother. He is a Minnesota Timberwolves fan. Of course, you know I'm a Luka fan, so I'm supporting the Lakers. Really, the Los Angeles Lukas. Luka Doncic, a la Madrid boy. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be doing some game reactions at the end of each game, and we're gonna go back and forth between the channels. So first one will be here on Lord TV, L3RD TV, as the Lakers are the 3 seed, so they have home court. So the first game reaction is going to be here, and then we'll go back and forth. Second game will be there. Third game kind of back and forth between the channels of the match reactions, and then who knows, I might feature again for the second round of the playoffs on that podcast as well. We'll see how it goes. If they bring me back on for a third time, fourth time, whatever the case may be. But look out for my video coming soon. Like I said, once these games wrap up for the play-ins, I want to drop my NBA playoff preview now that the seedings will be set, and then my game reactions alongside my brother, the co-host of Ignorant Takes podcast. And then I also got to give y'all part 2 of the much coveted anime list. And then I think I'm also going to get into some kind of like current anime stuff as well, and talk about some of the different animes that are out right now. Maybe, I don't know too much about that as far as if I want to get into that, what I'm watching right now currently, but we'll see. I'm reading a lot of manhwas as well, so might bring some of that discussion. You know, channels. This is a channel about my interest and whatnot. The fashion stuff is coming soon. I think I'm gonna wait for kind of the fall winter collections of the different brands to drop. And kind of go from there. We'll see what's going on with all these different things I want to do. But for sure, Real Madrid match reactions, match previews for the Barcelona games that we have, NBA talk here for the playoffs, going over the first rounds, and then game reactions for Lakers versus Timberwolves. But that's it for me. I'll see y'all later. Adios.